Hey you guys, it's me Kiafa and I wanted to invite you over to my new online beauty supply store. Yes, I am frustrated with sending my friends, family members, and clients to the local beauty supply store to be followed around like criminals. I've decided to open my own online beauty supply store that offers African American hair care products. In my beauty supply store, you'll be able to find hair extensions from braid hair extensions to sew-in hair, as well as closures. You'll also be able to find eyelash extensions and hair accessories on my African American online beauty supply store. If you need any African American hair care products, feel free to shop with me. Hey guys, what's going on everyone? Welcome to my channel. My name is Kiafa. Welcome back to my tribe. I hope everyone is having a great day today because I am. So I wanted to come and talk to you guys real quick. I'm gonna try to make this video super quick. I'm outside and my cat is like all up under me, seriously. I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about two things. We just gonna update you on kind of just a few things. So first off is I wanted to just talk to you guys about like really quitting my job and pursuing entrepreneurship full-time and why I decided to do it. If you've been watching any of my other videos from like before when I was making a lot of surgical tech videos on this channel, then you already know I used to be a surgical tech, or I still am a surgical tech. Let me say that I'll probably never ever not be a surgical tech or a surgical first assistant again. That's just like my fallback plan in case something happens. For whatever reason, I might need to go to work, and so that we just keep that on the back burner. But this year, I did start working for the first, I want to say like maybe like 4 to 6 weeks. Earlier this year, I was working around February, March. I think it was February I was working, and I decided around that time, right before the pandemic happened, that I was going to work full-time from home. So like a week before the pandemic really took off, I basically quit my job. Now, I'm not telling you to do this because it wasn't something that I thought about overnight and just decided to wake up and do it. It was pretty much in progress over the last couple of years. I've been phasing myself out of working by being a contractor and taking contracts, or even working PRN because I work in a hospital. We could do PRN shifts, and what that is as needed. So I would work somewhere if they had availability, like I had a schedule need and I had the time, then I could go work for them. Some places I got paid more doing it, and some places I got paid less, but I didn't really care. I just wanted the flexibility of having control of my schedule. So I did that with my career for the last 3 years. I've been working as a contractor surgical tech, and it really was more lucrative than just working staff because I was able to take contracts in other cities, other states, and because of that, it offered me more income. So with that being said, when I quit my job this year, it was like I was just over the bureaucracy of playing the game and having somebody really have more control over my life than I really was comfortable with. And so I just quit. And I was working at night. It just wasn't nothing that was appealing about the job besides the fact that I got paid weekly. I was working 3 12-hour shifts, so I was really only working 3 days a week. But if you have been in the medical field before, then you know those 3 12-hour shifts, you feel them even 4 days, on that 4th day. So you basically like sleep all day on the 4th day, and then you have about 3 days or 2 days to yourself, and then that 3rd day you got like a half a day because you still got to go to sleep and get ready for work. But it still doesn't always fall like that. Your days might be broke up, however the case may be. It might be like the schedule, somebody got to the schedule before you did, so now you can only fill in where it's available spots at, so now you have an all jacked up weekly schedule because of it. So I was just completely done with that, and I had already knew that I know I have the skill set to run a business online. Like I said plenty of times before, and I've already made a video, I think, talking about my cosmetology background. So I am in business. I've always been in business. Even before I was a cosmetologist, I sold Mary Kay. I'm just a serial entrepreneur. I garden, and sometimes I sell my vegetables. I've sold on eBay. That's really where I started at, you guys, as far as being an entrepreneur. Mary Kay and eBay were like the first places I was able to make money online and understood what it meant to be able to like drop ship or have a product with a company, and then the company basically deals with all of the customer service and the shipping, which it could be drop shipping or affiliate sales. It depends on how you want to look at it, but to me it was all the same thing. If I was with a company that allowed me to do business, then I would have a product or a service that I can provide. With Mary Kay, it was a product, and the product was makeup, and I was using the makeup as well as the sorry for the breeze if it's picking up on the mic, but it feels good to me. So anyways, I was familiar with like Mary Kay products because I was using them and I was wearing them, and so it was just easy to talk about them. They wasn't breaking my skin out, you know. They had tones that match my complexion. Being an African-American woman, you know, sometimes we can't find, especially of a darker shade, I can't find complexions that are makeup shades that match my complexion. They may have different undertones in it, and it just don't look right. So Mary Kay just like, it was right on the money. I still wear Mary Kay foundation when I do wear Mary Kay. Really everything I wear is Mary Kay when it comes down to makeup. So anyways, I use those products, and with Mary Kay what I like was you got a website, and the company did everything. I got a website, they shipped for me, and what else? Oh, I got 50% commission. So I was like, okay, cool. Then I went to cosmetology school, and Mary Kay lined up with me going to cosmetology school because now I'm very much in the beauty industry with licensing and everything, and I was having clients, and you know, you got a certain look that you have to go for. So I really combined Mary Kay with my beauty business later on once I became a cosmetologist. Now, with all of this business experience, me working for somebody was very difficult. I'm not gonna even lie, because I already knew the possibilities and capabilities that I had in business, but I was struggling as a new business owner because, for one, like with Mary Kay and a lot of other network marketing companies, what'll happen is you are only as strong as the person in front of you, like whoever is training you. And so, not to blame it on them, but I was new in the business, and I was new in that business. So I was stop. Sorry guys, my cat chewing on me. So I was new in the business, and I was new in that business. So I was really dependent at the time on, you know, the people in front of me, to kind of the leaders to lead me. But they didn't really know some of the things that I knew about marketing. And so it was just like they were teaching me, you know, to dress up and go to the mall and prospect that way. And that's basically what I was taught too in cosmetology school, was to look a certain way and you would get clients. And so I did that for a long time. I used to pass out business cards, all type of stuff. And then I was just like, these ways just aren't effective. They're not efficient. And I'm spending more time and money just passing out business cards. You know, like, this is a waste of time. So then I really started shifting. Once I realized that these people weren't going to be able to teach me the marketing I wanted to learn, the online digital marketing, then I was like, let me just go ahead. And I heard what they said. I took it, you know, for face value. Like, they were just teaching me the best way that they know how to. And so I was like, okay, let me just go and dive deeper into like online marketing. And that's when I really fell in love with business, because then I was like, I know how to market with lower overhead, but I still over the years hadn't really found like a product or service that I was super sold on. And so like I was still a cosmetologist, and I wasn't able to really make an income. And a lot of people who do hair, they can relate to this. I was able to make only the amount of income that I could do in a day. So I was still, and even if I was selling products, sometimes people didn't want to buy the products, or you know, the products with the commission or whatever still only left you about $4 to, we'll say, $10 profit. And you know, some of my clients at the time were getting hair extensions, so they only needed like, you know, maybe some oil, stuff like that. It wasn't really like reliable, and it affected me. So I ended up going back to work, and that's basically when I realized that I needed to figure out a real plan on how to market my own business. Sorry if you hear them cutting the grass, I'm outside. It would have started cutting the grass right now, but anyways, I'll wrap it up. So yeah, I really hadn't found like a product or a service, and I was just like, you know, let me go back to the drawing board once I'm in these hospitals working for these people, and I'm just like, you know, I can make more money than all of them. I already know I have the skill set to make more money than the highest paid person that I could touch, you know, in the hospital. Like, maybe it took me some more work and maybe fine-tuning my processes, but I know that with my skill set I can make more money than the person, you know, whoever the head person is that's in the hospital right at this moment, without having to do the same type of work. And so basically I went looking for what kind of businesses that I could start that would provide me flexibility, longevity, you know, like something that I can do well into my elder years, and it can be passed down to my sons, my grandkids, my sister, you know, I could teach it to my family members. I was just looking because I know that business is definitely a wealth building tool. It's probably the #1 wealth building tool. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm just gonna say that if you're not in business, because business allows you a lot more flexibility to create a return on your investment. Like, if you do stock market, if you put money in stocks and you wait for your stocks to grow, it's gonna take longer than it will in a business. You're gonna see most businesses do fail in the first 5 years, but if you go into something that you got a passion about, that you like it's kind of like a hobby, but if it's a hobby and you enjoy it, then you can really make money off of it, because your energy and your excitement for it is gonna come through, and the universe is just gonna give it back to you. So if you love doing something, then do it, because that brings in that energy, and then the money will come. Like, money is the byproduct of loving what you do. It's not money makes you love what you do. You love what you do, and the money comes from that. So anyways, you guys, I went out on a limb and I just was like, sorry, my butt hurt. I'm just gonna quit. I can make money doing hair if I need to. I can make money building out websites for other industries if I want to. Other hair, like, I just knew I had a skill set, and if I didn't have all of the information I needed to do it, I know how to get the information I need to do it. But because I'm very familiar with business at this time and the ups and downs, I just know I needed to have the education to find the information and the patience to apply the information to what I was doing. And so now, like, everything is just falling in place, except for one thing did happen that I really wish wouldn't have happened. Was I did get into like a car accident, but I'm gonna make another video about it. But it's funny when your mindset is in a different space, that certain things don't affect you the way that they would have if you was in like a stressful space. So yes, I was in a car accident. Yes, it was extremely traumatic. Yes, it was extremely traumatic. And so I'm gonna just leave it at that. But I am gonna make another video on what to do if you're in a car accident. what to do, what to not do in a car accident. So be prepared, or be looking out for that video. To build wealth. Like, it's not even just what to do after a car accident, it's what to do after a car accident to build wealth. What not to do after a car accident. If you don't want to build no wealth, then do this. If you want to build wealth, then do this. Because it took me getting into a car accident to see it, but I want to share it with you guys in another video. But anyways, in this video I just wanted to talk to you guys about, really, like, I'm not gonna tell you to quit your job. I'm not gonna tell you not to go back to work if you're on unemployment right now. But if you're on unemployment right now, you should definitely be looking into, and you're getting paid to be home, you should definitely be looking into starting your business so you don't have to go back to work, and they're paying you money to be at home right now. I don't get unemployment. I didn't get unemployment. I'm not one of the people that got unemployment through the pandemic. I had to figure out how to make my own money on my own time with my own skill set. This ain't nobody giving me no money, you guys, like the government. I did get the stimulus check, but I probably won't be able to get it. Like, if this was to happen next year, I'm gonna be out of the tax bracket to be able to do it, and I already know that. So I advise you to take advantage of these opportunities that you're getting as far as the stimulus and the unemployment money, because you could use that money and you could really flip it. And if you flip it in the stock market, it's gonna take longer. If you put money into stocks and shares, it's gonna take longer, because, for one, right now the stock market doing all of this right here, and so I wouldn't go straight into the stock market right now. But in a business, and let's just say this, best case scenario, the stock market, you get an 8% return, 6 to 10% return on your investment over a certain amount of years. And business, your percentage is like uncapable. There is no 0 to this percent or 5. It's like whatever you put into your business is what you're gonna get out. So if you put it in business, if you're in business and you're investing in the correct areas in your business, like in advertising and the marketing, then your return on investment is gonna be more it's gonna exceed what you would get if you was to put it into a share, like into the stock market right now. I know this because I played with stocks. I cashed out all my stocks this year because I don't have enough money to let the stock market do this up and down thing. I pulled out all my money and I put it into my businesses, guys. That's what I did. You ain't got to do this. If you got enough money to wait for this wave to do what it's gonna do, then you do that. But I didn't have that kind of money into the stock market to allow it to keep going up and down. I didn't do that. I took the losses. I waited for it a little bit, and I was just like, you know what, I can utilize this amount of money better in this area. So that's exactly what I did. I sold all of my shares and I put them all into my business. Okay, guys, so that's all I wanted to share. I was trying to make this video at least under 20 minutes, so we under 15. If you like this video, please share it with your friends, family members. If you want to know any type of business ideas that you can do for yourself and your family, just leave me a comment in the comment section below, or you can inbox me on Instagram at Kiafa, and I will respond to you guys, and we can chat it up on Instagram about some business options that I know of that you can do from home that allow flexibility, the type of income that you're gonna need to actually create wealth. I'm not talking about like $4,000 a month, guys. I'm talking about like money, not get rich quick schemes overnight. I'm talking about like money that's gonna actually change your lifestyle and change your life. This is the type of business, these are the type of businesses that I spend my time on. Yes, I'll have something like a beauty salon at home that I can do the certain amount of people hair that I want to do when I feel like doing it, because I enjoy doing hair when I want to. And I also have an online beauty supply store because it matches with the businesses that I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a business person, so I make business moves. And as long as I make business moves, I'll always be successful, guys, because I'm doing things that I love. I love doing hair. I don't have to do hair so much now that it's a job to me. You know how sometimes you turn a hobby into your career and then it feels like a job and then you don't want to do it anymore? No, I do everything that I like just enough that it still feels like a hobby for me, but I do it in a business structured way. So not only do I get the tax benefits of, you know, being in business, I get the luxury of being at home and doing my own thing with my kids and my family. And, you know, like if I want to go on a family trip, I can. And not to be like, you know, everybody can, but I remember it was a time that I couldn't. So I don't know about you, but business, like being an employee just didn't provide me the lifestyle that I needed. Like it didn't. It just didn't. It's not that I don't like jobs. I've been in jobs my whole life. I started working at 16. It wasn't until I was 25 that I started actually looking at a business like for real. Like this is where I need to be at, you know, because I grew up in the time, I was born in 1983. I'm gonna hurry up. I was born in 1983, so I grew up in the era where computers wasn't out, and then they came out, and then because they wasn't in everybody's house, I grew up with Encyclopedia Britannicas, and if you was missing a book, then you just missed out on that information. And I just remember what it was like, you know, prior to the information age. And what I'm gonna say is we built our careers around what was available to us. So I went to the military. When I went to the military, I knew I needed to be in medical field. So if I got out the military, then I would have a job. Like that was my, okay, I don't want to go to school right now. I'll go to the military because that's what my family did. Went to the military sent me to school. And then I used my military education as a civilian. But to me, it was always, you know, being in the medical field, being in the law enforcement field. Hold on, guys, I think a car's coming. Hang on. Okay, so yeah, so I just remember making decisions as a young adult around the information that was provided to me by the people that were around me. So my parents was military. One of my cousins had went to law. She's a lawyer. So that's all I knew was either go to school or go to the military. But now there is another option, and the option is entrepreneurship. So when I was 25, this is in 2009, I was 25. I had my son January of 2009. I think, no, was I 26? I was 25 turning 26. But when I was pregnant was when I started really looking into online money making options, so I could be more available to my son and be more of a wife, because at the time I was married to his dad and we was living together and I was trying to be a wife, but I also knew that I needed to be a wife as well as have my own stream of incomes coming in to help the household. So anyways, you guys, business has just really been like a huge part of my life, and it's not being in business that is the end all be all. It's the lifestyle that being in business brings to me that I'm so passionate about. If I want to wake up at 10 o'clock, I can. I mean, if I wake up at 10 o'clock, you know, half of, like, a large part of the morning is almost gone, but I have the option to do that if I want to, you know what I'm saying? When I was working in the operating room, I had to leave the house at 5 o'clock sometime to be to work, you know what I'm saying? Like, or to take my son to my mama's house and have her take him to school, and sometimes I would leave his jacket, so she got to come all the way to my house to get the, you know, like, all of that. We don't do all of that anymore. We homeschool and we just live our life, you know, how we want to. So anyways, you guys, I invite you to just ask me any questions you want to over on IG. It will be easier for you to contact me over there. It's at Kiafa. I'm at Kiafa everywhere, but you can definitely catch me on IG. I love you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.